Okay. Hello, Ma'am Bening. So in this presentation, I will discuss about Africa as a big country that's able to export flour. Even Africa is able to compete against the Netherlands as one of the big countries in Europe that is able to produce flour in a large quantity. Then uh, Then in this presentation, I also discuss how Indonesia can learn to develop export, especially from the agricultural sector. Okay, so in this first slide, I will discuss the reason why Africa was able to win the flour export market, even being able to compete uh, with countries in Europe. So first reason is Africa is aware of the high demand for flour from Western country. So cut flour are one of Africa's mainstay export horticultural product, quite extraordinary sight. Uh, Seeing a group of hippos playing in the lake with hundreds of thousands of colorful roses in bloom. At that time, some of the workers were harvesting rose. The flowers are cut in the morning, taken directly to the airport to reach international flower auction market in Amsterdam at noon. From the auction market in Amsterdam, the cut flowers are distributed to various parts of the world, including Indonesia. Africa is a former colony of Western countries, so of course there are many valuable relics left by countries for Africa, especially from natural resources such as flour on the one hand. Africa is also aware that flour commodities are expensive when sold in Western country, especially if the flour are fresh and high quality. Flour are widely used for big events in Western country, so Western country may also experience limited stock of flour, so they have to import from other country. Okay, next slide. Africa is one of the biggest flour producer. So far, 50% of Africa's flour export are sold through Flora Holland, likewise Ethiopia, and almost 70 to 80% of flour are exported through this company. However, commitment to Flora Holland makes it difficult for farmers to venture into broad market such as China and India. This made some farmers start thinking of other ways. Okay. Um, Intersell from farmer directly rose 3.8% to 2.3 billion euros last year. Meanwhile, intersell through auction fell 1% to 2.1 billion euros. And Africa also has good shipping transportation routes to many countries. Through Nairobi Airport, African flowers are sent directly to various parts of the world. Okay, the airport even has a special terminal for the transportation of flowers and vegetable. This terminal makes transportation of flower, wilted flower faster to consumer around the world. The majority of the majority of people in Africa work as farmer, according to the Africa Flower Council. More than 50,000 people in this country depend on the flower trade. A total of 27 flower plantations are located around Lake Naivasha, about 90 kilometers northwest of Nairobi. Okay. Then on the second slide, I will continue to explain the reason why Africa is able to dominate the flower market globally. So the reason why Africa is able to dominate the flower market globally is because rose from Africa are flower of the highest quality with Africa's tropical climate suitable for planting high quality flowers throughout the month without the need for expensive greenhouse and electrical energy material. Cut flowers that grow in Africa are rose, carnation, and alstroemeria. Other flowers cultivated are Dipsophilia, Lilis erinaceum, Arabicum, and Hybricum. With this climatic condition, Africa is able to use it to be as flower plantation, so that many flower farmers are helped economically because so many countries need flower shipment from Africa. The quality of flower from Africa is also very high. This is due to the climatic condition which are very suitable for flower plantation. And then the power of Africa's flower comes from the country's sunny climate. So the mountainous natural condition of Africa with a tropical climate are suitable for tea, coffee, and cut flower plantation, except in arid areas, barren desert in the north, and Erwiza Erman. Um, Export commodities in crisis historical perspective. So I will tell you the perspective from historical crisis. Northeast, its area is 580,000 square kilometer with a lowland landscape facing the Indian Ocean. Slightly inland are highland are mountains region with the highest peaks of Mount Africa and Mount Kilimanjaro bordering Tanzania. In the northern part of the interior and the northeast are arid and barren area. Like other tropical region, Africa experienced two seasons, namely the dry season, which is last from February to May, and the rainy season from June to December. The agricultural sector is still dominant, like 75% in the fertile and upland areas of Africa. It hikes altitude with sufficient sunlight. Cool air, cool air is perfect for coffee, tea, and horticultural, including cut flower. Okay, next slide. I will tell you why does Africa dominate the flower market in the world. So the factor is make the factor makes Africa dominate the flower market in the world is due to the geographical factor. So Africa is located in the eastern part of Africa. To the north, Africa is bordered by Ethiopia. To the east by Somalia. To the south by Tanzania. To the west by Uganda. And to the northwest by Sudan. The African region is directly opposite the east coast of Africa is low-lying, while to the center and the interior is bumpy, hilly, and mountains. With Africa's tropical climate, suitable for planting high-quality flower throughout the month without need for expensive greenhouse and electrical energy material. Cut flower that grow in Africa are rose, carnation, and blah blah blah. So the next, and then uh, in this slide, I will discuss how Indonesia can develop its export level, where we know that Indonesia is a rich country that has various kinds of commodities that can use, especially for export abroad. So the first strategy is one, we need to join the trade mission of exhibition program. So Indonesian through the Ministry of Trade has a trade mission program to various potential export destination countries or NTE, daring trade mission to certain countries whose task the government is to bring together Indonesian entrepreneur with the other entrepreneur in this country, where the activities take place according to the product owned by the exporter and the product that the importer is looking for. For trade affair or expo activities, usually in one of the series there is also a business matching which brings together buyer and seller in a special room and at the time determined by the organizer. FTA is free trade agreement between one country and another. Generally, the benefit of FTA is for the preparator that are import duty traffic that can be obtained up to 0% for products agreed in international trade agreement or PPI. So business actor or exporter can take advantage of FTAs, namely by using certain certificate of origin or SKA form in export or import activities, and then follow the provision of the SKA. But of this information can be obtained by utilizing the service of FTA Center or Free Trade Agreement, which is non-structural institution under the Ministry of Trade of the Republic Indonesia. And then we need to optimize the free trade agreement. But of this information can be obtained by utilizing the service of the FTA Center or Free Trade Agreement, which is non-structural institution under Ministry of the Republic Indonesia. And the last is provide investment to business actors to develop their business in order to penetrate foreign market. So to develop export in Indonesia, the role of the government is also needed to support entrepreneurs who are developing to develop their business in the export sector. Most of the entrepreneurs in Indonesia are constrained by funding, therefore, the government needs to support in the field of funding and increase the quality, value, and progress of Indonesian export. So that's all my presentation. Hopefully, from my presentation can give you insight who that you have listened to my presentation. Okay, so thank you for listening me. Do you have any question?